Hey, 4-1, baby.
4-1.
George W.
Big
George
George
W. George W.
Give
Big
that
George
W. George
Wow.
W.
4-1, motherfuckers. Did anyone? I'm just gonna say it right now before we talk about any
Like and
points.
subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe. I say that first. Like and subscribe. Welcome to the channel. But I'm kind of in a surreal state that at this point, post game Tampa Bay, I would have never guessed in a million years we were gonna be 4-1.
No, after that 19-3 loss, although looking forward now, only 19 points scored by the Tampa Bay Bucks. So
Defense has never let.
it was the 3 for the Cowboys that was
It was the offense that
Yeah.
sputtered, which kind of sputtered tonight
still
too.
is sputtering.
But the Cowboys have not let more than 20 points. Back-to-back weeks with 10 points allowed in the NFL. I don't care what team you're playing. I don't care if you're playing the Washington Commanders. I don't care if you're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't care who you are playing. If you only allow 10 points,
You
To
get
the
to
su-
say,
how about them Cowboys?
sorry, you're going on a very nice rant.
I was
there
going
now.
on a rant, but I don't mind it. I don't mind when you jump in.
I
Like
don't mind.
hands down, the fact if
I can see
PFF
Vink checking his bets right now. Did you win any money?
if fucking Power Rankings does not have us as a top 3 defense, I'm going to fuck him up.
But Vink,
Damn,
did you,
dude.
Vink, did you win any money?
No, because I added Zeke to the Cowboys money line, which sucks.
Can
Zeke
I say?
touchdown?
Can I tell you something? Don't ever put Zeke in there.
I know.
Wait a second,
I
hang on a
agreed.
sec. Stu,
Should put TB20 in there.
Paul
Oh,
says
yeah.
he predicted this. So what was Paul's score?
Hey,
You think AJ's gonna remember?
hang on. First of all,
I want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies.
Hey,
that
Paul.
goes out to the Cowboys.
Hey, Paul. Do you remember last week when this happened?
I'm stretching my neck, bro.
What was Paul's score?
I don't know. Where did he post it?
No, it was the bold prediction. After last game,
Oh, after last game.
I'm pretty sure did he
Did
not?
I write that down? I mean,
Oh,
you
I don't know.
rely on
Alex
me.
was passed out, so
I was the guy whose soundbite you just fucking pulled up.
so. Okay, we're looking right now, Paul. It
You're
was
gonna have to go back to
It
the
wasn't the
fucking-
score. It was everything that happened in the game, is what Paul said.
Defense played great.
Defense played great.
Okay.
Hey, so now,
Don't ask me, Paul.
right
Don't
now.
ask me.
So right now, we've now played against the Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the LA Rams, who were both in last year's Super Bowl, and we've absolutely dominated them. We've combined for them scoring 27 points, which is just insane. This defense just keeps surprising me, and I don't want to kind of get ahead of ourselves and say this is what we should be talking about. But today's game was pretty much the selling point to me, even more so, that Cooper Rush is not the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He's a serviceable backup who has won us some games, but he is a piece of the pie. He's not the pie.
And before, I think that's a great thing to move on to, but I do want to just capitalize on your first statement. And we mentioned this earlier, but Matthew Stafford threw for over 300 yards, not by much, but
Which is
308 yards.
Which is that's still a good stat line for a quarterback.
It is, and we held them to 10 points.
Just
I think
crazy.
I think that's something to be pretty proud about.
So Matthew Stafford's stat line is 28 for 42, 308 yards, 7.3 average, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. If you told me Matthew Stafford was going to throw for 308 yards prior to the game, I would have been a little bit nervous. But it's the story of the rest of his stat line. The interception, the sacks. He got sacked 5 times for 35 yards.
Savage is saying right now, as you're going through, we played 3 of the last 4 Super Bowl teams and held them to a combined 3 total of touchdowns.
Yeah, Tampa Bay,
And if
Tampa Bay, LA, and
if we
Cincinnati.
if we look at Cooper Rush's receiving yards, 7 for 125 and 1. He had that long of 75. Take that away, he was only averaging 8.3 yards for the other
We did it
catches.
again. We fucked up the other way, though. He just said Cooper Rush's receiving.
Oh, fuck!
Goddamn Coopers! Hey,
he's all over the field.
Matthew, we didn't.
So Paul's also saying Cowboys defensive TD interceptions kept points under 19 5 games in a row. Defense was our offense. This will hopefully end the debate of Rush versus
It
Prescott.
ends
Finally,
it.
bring fucking Dak back.
Matty Vig.
I I caught him with my back
Matty
fat.
Vick just caught the beer with his back on the couch, and then I just
He caught it like OBJ.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't agree more with Paul here. If anyone's still on this train of thought that Cooper Rush is better than Dak Prescott, you can't tell me that we're not beating these teams by more points with Dak Prescott.
I don't think
on it.
anybody is.
Look at this.
right?
There is though. That's
Cooper-
the scary
so-
part.
No,
Look at
Are
this
they,
game.
They're kidding.
Oh shit!
Look at this
Sorry,
game today.
let's
10,
fuck
10
with-
for
fuck-
16,
fuck with me,
102 yards, a 6.4 average, and only 3 sacks. That's a no one wants a sack, but it's not like he was pressured all of this time. Now there was that big drop by Gallup.
Yeah, but that's not huge though. It's another. So he's 11 for 16, 110 yards, and a 6.7 average. You know.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
you look
changed
at
my
this-
mind. Okay,
you-
that average isn't.
You look at the stat line. You look at the stat line of Cooper Rush, and you go, "This is exactly what a backup quarterback needs to do."
Yep.
There's 0 interceptions. This is exactly what a backup quarterback
When
needs
you have
to
a
do.
top 2 defense in the NFL.
That's all he has to do.
Well,
Just get
and
out
so-
there
so-
and just don't fuck up.
But
Well,
is it-
so what do you legit think that the offensive coordinators and the coaches are saying right now? Are they saying like, well, look, fuck, we're doing shit with Cooper Rush. Like maybe
No.
we need to adjust what we're doing with Dak.
Oh, I hope. I do hope they do look at what they're doing with Cooper Rush. And I kind of said it mid cast or mid live stream. 2016 Dak, he was barely ever throwing for more than 200 yards. Dak was never he had 200 yards. You were like, okay, that's good. He's winning the game. Now they tried to almost put too much on his plate. Just
Yeah.
do
Here.
exactly like take what you're doing with Cooper Rush. You have this great defense. The running backs are pulling their weight. Maybe let's dial it down. Dak shouldn't be throwing for 40 times ever.
no.
It's Cooper Rush on steroids.
He's Cooper Rush on steroids, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with paying Dak $40+ million a year if he can just make the throws that Cooper Rush can.
Victories in
And he
Super
can
Bowls.
he can actually scramble and run the ball like
Okay,
10
so we got
10
some
yards.
heat going on in the chat right now.
Before-
We're saying, I
before
don't
you-
think anybody's talking about Dak. Should be saying Rush is our guy.
Give us it.
There's
Give
a
us
guy
it.
in the chat, Neon Patriarchy, saying, "Are you stupid, Stu?" Because Stu's saying, "Bring Dak back." He goes, "The O line was literally not protecting Rush," and then Stu comes back saying, "Going up against the most dynamic defensive front 7 with the Rams, the O line had good and bad moments, but the concern would be that Lamb and Gallup not completing the passes feels like 2020 again."
This is the mind-boggling thing of Cowboys fans. So Cooper Rush is in there. Now they're saying blame the O-line. But if Dak was in there and the same D-line was destroying him, you'd never say anything about the O-line. They'd be like, well, why didn't Dak
Well, he's
Prescott
our
throw it?
starting quarterback.
But now they're trying to defend Cooper Rush's game by the Rams defensive line.
Look,
it's just confusing.
Look,
it's confusing.
So I think the quote that I would probably pull if I was to pull any type of soundbite minus Alex's
I'm stretching my neck, bro.
would be the fact that you said, I don't think Cooper Rush is playing exactly like a backup quarterback. And I
Exactly.
think, look, he's maintaining the ship. They're changing, they're altering the management, the offensive coordinators, the coaching staff. They're adjusting because of Cooper Rush. So just because Dak Prescott is making $40 million does not necessarily mean that Dak at this moment can make $40 million throws or $40 million plays because we've seen him lose
It's
in
the
big
stupidest
games.
argument to make between the two guys.
I know. Why? I
One's
know.
it's literally the stupidest argument you could make. Well, Dak Prescott
Well-
gets paid. I honestly think you take Cooper Rush's 1 point whatever million he's making this year and Dak's 40 million. I honestly think they're closer than you imagine with
So
the plays that Dak can make.
next week at, let's say he is 75%.
Set him.
No, sit him.
At this point, we're my stance has changed on this so much.
Football percent, right?
So
if he can't practice for a full week without gripping the football, you have to sit him.
okay, so
That's where I'm going to end it.
one
on that.
numero uno says Dak would have taken way more sacks. Allegedly.
Yeah, but he also would have
Allegedly.
scored. He also would have scored more than 22 points.
EJ says give some credit to the coaching staff.
Exactly.
Aaron Donald was a non-factor in the second half.
Yep. They made
And then,
adjustments.
And then Stu's agreeing with us exactly Moore's catered offensive scheme to suit simplicity for Rush to just enough to get the ball moving to some degree. Jeremiah comes in saying, "How we feeling, Cowboys?"
Oh, we
How
feel great.
How
about them Cowboys?
It's just one of the. It's just one,
I'm just gonna blast you guys with stats and
no,
fucking
sta-
chat
stats and
fucking
sound bites.
bites.
We're fine with that. The funny thing is, like,
How about them Cowboys?
as a Cowboys fan, like, we shouldn't even be upset at all. Like, we shouldn't even be arguing about anything right now. But it's like you have to find this shitty little thing that makes the win less enjoyable. Like, there's this elephant in the room, this quarterback controversy.
When the reality is, you guys are 4-1.
Yeah, we're 4-1. But
shouldn't you just be happy?
no, but that's the whole week now is gonna be the whole week's gonna be talked about.
Eth just precogged his whole week.
I have.
And
I'm in there slumming it up on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm constantly arguing with
He's in the
people.
trenches, ground and pounding with Cowboys.
And I'm not arguing. That's the thing. I'm not arguing with like Giants fans or Commanders fans or Eagles fans.
disgusting
I'm
shitty Eagles
literally
fans.
arguing with other Cowboys fans about just something that to me seems so obvious.
There's a lot of ultra Cowboys
Hey.
out there.
Yeah, there is. There's a couple.
I do. So I think there is room for this offense and Dak to be throwing 300 yards.
This arm ready to throw about 2,000 yards next fall.
Without a doubt, there is.
So, like,
Let's
Crack
get
me
a
if you
crack
got
on
it.
if you
There
got
you
it,
go.
son.
all that a quarterback like Dak adds, who is a perennial top 15 QB, and we've talked about that being. What the fuck is going on with you two?
Are they
You guys
eye
having
fucking
a-
each other
are
right
you eye
now?
fucking? I'm trying to
Did
make a
Adam
great
did Adam
point
and
here.
Matthew just eye fuck each other? They both came at the same. What is
Strong
that?
side, left side.
Strong side, left,
Left side.
He's saying strong side, weak side.
I'm just saying left side right here.
Okay. Well, depends
guess what?
your
Fuck you,
perspective
bro.
is.
Hey, Alex, the best thing is just
Oh, you've been muted. Oh,
Sorry, what was
shit,
that? I
dog.
can't hear you.
I will overtake Matthew.
No. All I'm saying is the quality of what Dak can bring if they're running this same offense here. Now,
Ceiling.
Zeke did end
The
up with
ceiling's up here.
yeah, Zeke ended up with 22 carries, 78 yards for a 3.5 average. A bunch of those last rushing was just eating time.
AJ,
So-
I'll say something you
yeah.
said earlier in the live stream. You said if Zeke can get 75 yards, I'm
Yeah.
happy with that. And I am too. He had 78.
Okay, so
Yes, it's a great
Neon
stat line.
Neon Patriarchy is saying Rush is literally moving the ball constantly down the field.
What?
Hang on.
Did you watch the same fucking game?
Hang on.
I can't even take that
Hang on,
seriously.
hang on.
Hang on. Rush is literally moving the
Is
ball.
that a joke?
Rush.
102 yards.
He
Rush.
completed 10 passes.
No, Rush is literally.
Josh Allen had 102 yards his first fucking play.
Rush is
Not
literally
quite,
moving the
but
ball
95.
constantly down the field for the past 3 games, but no one wants to give him credit because people are on Dak's dick too much. I ain't saying Rush is better than Dak, by
He's
the way.
not. He's not better.
Hey, and
Excuse throw me one, please.
yes, and
Get
then
him. Hey, throw it like Rush. Don't wobble.
Throw
it,
a
though.
couple at us because I think to get through this stream, I'm gonna have to get drunk.
Do the scene
Why-
from.
did no one watch the game I just watched? It's very confusing. Did no one just watch Cooper Rush? Cooper Rush looks very, very subpar. He was no way the reason we won this football game.
Bro, I'm not talking about the Rams, fucktard. Tell him to get off Dak's dick.
I'm not on Dak's dick. I'm just
fucktard.
Dude,
Hey,
that's
listen.
that's a clear troll.
Hey,
don't bite.
No,
that
no,
one.
no. I'm gonna bite. I'm not on Dak's dick. I honestly think Dak Prescott could be a lot better. Also, I'm not on the guy's
Crack me if
dick.
you got him.
Crack me if
Go,
you got him.
Fuck, I'll get it one day.
got him.
Cooper Rush completed 10 passes for 100 yards. Like, you're calling me a fucktard? Do you have eyeballs? I'm curious if you had eyeballs to watch the game.
Jeremiah's coming in saying, that's a joke. Rush was terrible this game.
Thank you.
Look. Can we just go through the plays? This is how we can.
Is
basically
AJ being the
solve this
voice of reason?
fucking argument? No, I come back to this, and no one else cares about this. But I'm a stats man.
He's a stats man.
and we're looking high level.
Dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba.
Let's just look at plays. Ooh,
Ooh,
let's just look at plays.
Oh,
Are
shit.
you able to
Hey,
pull my screen
hey,
up or not?
Elgato Pandita, because I just want to. Hey, guess what? I just want to stoke that fire.
Yeah,
Elgato. So I'm a percent Packers fan. I'm 100%. I guess I'm a percent Packers fan, but I was ruling for these Cowboys, bro. Please don't ever bring back Prescott. He had plenty of chances. F Prescott.
Damn, dude. And
That
don't
must be-
even.
Oh,
and
okay.
don't
I'm
even.
not
Don't even.
At this point, like,
No, Stu's getting your back. He goes, Rush has failed to go over 350 yards a
Ever.
game in his career.
ever.
Yeah. So, sorry, EJ, before we go on to the,
What a weird. We should all be happy we're 4-1, but it's like, let's find stupid shit to argue about. Instead of being like, oh, Cooper Rush is doing a great job in this situation. He's winning football games. Instead, we have to make a quarterback
Fuck
cut.
Dak.
okay,
Right?
before we get into the stats,
It's
EJ,
wild.
EJ wants to go, here's the
Stretch my
thing.
neck, bro.
The Eagles are probably heading towards a number 1 seed. We need to start Dak if he's at least 80% next week to keep pace. The best we can get is a 5 seed if we don't win the division. So he wants to know your thoughts on that.
That's a 5 seed's fine. There's 7 seeds now with the 7th. Obviously, they brought in a 7th team. Was it last year or the year before? I'm okay with that. There's no difference than we won the division last year. We still played in the wild card. We had a home game and we lost. You have to make the dance, right? You have to make playoffs. Right now, we're
but the 1 seed gets a bye week, says Savage.
Playoffs?
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think a bye week's a good thing. I honestly don't. I think your best thing with a high seed, I'd honestly rather take a 2nd seed than a 1st seed.
That's a hot take.
It is. I don't think you could look back for the last 50 years. How many times has the number 1 seed won the Super Bowl? Not very often. I think it's happened less than 5% of the times.
Our homie.
So does that make it better? The 1 seed over the
no?
I don't want to be the 7th seed, but okay. Let me put it in Cowboys perspective. The last 2 times the Cowboys, in my remembrance, that they've owned the bye week, we've lost in the divisional round. We lost to Green Bay in the divisional round both times.
Right. So before we get to the stats, great point, by the way. I just want to feel your fire a little bit here. Neon Patriarchy claps back because obviously I got to make sure you're saying stuff. We have to give. We're all about fair rights here. Well, no, we're not about fair rights here on the Cowboys Camp Fat podcast. We're gonna do whatever helps
the
our
fuck
narrative.
we want to.
Neon Patriarchy says this dude is retarded. I ain't talking about the Rams game. Face of tears of joy is rolling on the floor laughing. I know that Rush didn't do well this game. You just on Dak's dick, dude. Get a fucking hint. That's all I wanted to say.
No one. I mean, we.
And then Kilo.
I don't talk to stupid people. Just scroll on, bro.
Kilo claps back and says, "Fuck you, dickhead."
Let me say one thing.
Said, fuck you, dickhead, to that guy.
Yeah. So, but because he's calling for Alex's soundbite that Alex.
Fuck you, dickhead.
Let me say one thing to this guy. Make sure you like and subscribe. That's all I have to say. Like and
fair.
subscribe.
And
Thanks for coming by.
And come back every week and
And make sure you're next week's to give us the most stupid take any of us have ever heard.
Okay, all I want to do is pull
Oh
up
fuck!
the
Let's look at
fucking
your
play-by-play.
stats. Jesus.
Can you go to sleep already?
I'm touching my neck, bro.
I think that's
It's not
before
sore.
when me and Adam were laughing. I felt like Alex was slowly about to get there, but it's hard to tell with the sunglasses.
No,
The shades are good for him.
this is a fine one. I don't know what got to me. It was the weed.
It was the weed. It was 9 a.m. It was 10 a.m. game. You didn't
No
eat
food.
anything.
Vaping, like you do a replay.
I
and you
literally
just-
watched you like just go down
Vape,
the
vape.
rabbit
Like I
hole.
say,
a vape cut.
You smoke the vape like you're some sort of 70-year-old accountant in the 70s, just nonstop.
I love it.
Okay, let's hear your stats. You got the screen. What's going on, dog?
Okay,
Let's hear what you got, stats nerd.
so for anyone who said,
Nerd.
you know what, this is for no conversation at all except for what it is.
Okay. That's a weird way of saying we're going to have a conversation about it.
Yeah. Let's just look at what the Cowboys did. Now, they scored on this fumble.
Okay.
Then they punted. Then they got a field goal. Then they punted. Then they punted. Then they got a field goal. Then the end of half.
It's a
Then
lot
they
of punts.
punted. Then they got a touchdown. Then they punted. Then they punted. Then they got a field goal. So, not to
Were
say...
you going in reverse, or is that like first play up, like
Oh,
right, fumble, return, touchdown? So
Yeah, you went the opposite
I'm
way.
sorry.
Opposite
I'm
way.
sorry.
I was confused too.
Fuck
sorry,
me up.
guys.
Holy shit!
AJ, who starts
I'm
at
not
the
drunk.
bottom
Watch,
and goes?
I'm not drunk. Watch me do my ABCs backwards.
You literally I was like, is this actually how they lay this out? It's very
Should I roll
confusing.
through it the right way or just
At
fuck
the
it?
end of the game with a fumble return touchdown.
Do you remember that? Hey, when I hit that too, Matt, I realized what the fuck was going on. I was like, oh my god. I'm touching my neck, bro. Hey, let me go back. Fumble touchdown. Blocked punt. Field goal. Field goal.
Oh, this makes sense. We're going from the top
now
to
we
the
go.
bottom.
Now
This makes
punt,
sense.
punt, touchdown, punt, end of half. Okay. That makes more sense now, right? That it's on the other side of
Yeah.
the end of the
Yep.
second quarter. Okay.
Yep.
Field goal. Now, this is the important part. Punt, punt, field goal, punt.
Yeah.
What was it?
So give us your what
3 points in the fucking...
Yeah, they only gave up 3 points in the second half.
Yep. Yeah. Hey,
points.
Are you
know
sure
what?
that
points,
wasn't the
6
first
points.
half? Fuck you, dickhead.
Well, you got the soundbite. You got the fire soundbite.
I know,
mean,
but sometimes it's fun to just
that
do it
kind of goes
yourself.
back down to. No, it doesn't. I have no point to make there. I just wanted to move.
Okay, well
keep moving along.
let's talk about the game. Let's not talk about Cooper Rush. Let's not talk about Dak Prescott. It's irrelevant. We're not going to make the decision on that. Everyone has a fucking heady take on it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
So you don't want me to fire you any comments?
No, you can fire it to me. I'm just not going to bite.
Ultra Cowboy says Rush beat both Super Bowl teams.
He
Dak,
did.
Dak better play well.
Yeah, and he's not wrong. Rush did beat.
Here's the
Rush
thing.
did beat the Rams today with 102 yards.
Yeah,
thrown with 10 complete passes. You're right. He fucking torched them.
Here's the non-hot take. Dak Prescott is in a lose-lose situation anyways coming back because of the situation with Cooper Rush at the helm. Like, he's going to come back in, and if he has a fucking bad game, like, you got to expect
He's a better quarterback.
Anybody who is off for 5 or 6 weeks into the season,
Dude,
is
there's
not
a
gonna
lot of pressure on Dak.
No,
There's
but
so much pressure.
so
on
all
him.
he has to do, all Dak has to do is throw for 11 completions and 103 yards.
I know but that's coming
It's
at,
not.
like from a
It-
reasonable standpoint,
Yeah.
but that's just not how it's going to
Kilo
be.
says, Ant, come on, go in.
I'm trying not to. I think Cooper Rush is going to be playing against the Eagles, and I think he should be. I don't think Dak's going to be ready next week. And I would love for Cooper Rush to have his subpar game as a quarterback and still win a football game. Because that means our team surrounding him is so good. Our defense, this is the crazy thing. We're also fixated on this quarterback controversy thing when we should be fixated on how good this defense is.
Yeah.
The talking point shouldn't be who is starting at quarterback when Dak's healthy. The talking point should be how fucking lights out this defense
Yeah,
is.
so bringing that up, so we got a great question in chat. Ben Kaler says, Micah's groin injury scared or nah?
At first I was super scared, but then he came back and had 2 sacks.
Yeah, but I mean,
it was a stinger.
I like. There's no fucking way Micah is not going to play against the Eagles. He'll be 60% and he'll fucking still play.
For an NFL team, especially with like the Tua shit going on, for a guy to come off with a stinger and then go back in and be even the slightly amount to be able to get re-hurt, I just don't think it's happening.
Thanks for that drop, AJ. Okay,
I'm trying to
Sorry,
get a clip.
Micah's was more of like, I think his leg got kind of jammed up a bit, but
Yeah,
not
but
to
the
the point where
stinger.
it just
hey,
hurt for a bit.
hey, someone said in the chat, this is a Super Bowl defense.
It
And
is.
Do you want to know who said that?
Ultra Cowboy?
Ultra Cowboy.
Ultra Cowboy!
Oh,
The other thing,
If they can just figure out how to get pressure on the quarterback.
It means a lot coming from Ultra Cowboy.
Zagama. Oh, hang on.
Zagama Beach.
Eric Black says, first off, salute to you guys. Great. Salute to you. Great guys. Go Cowboys. Secondly, they need to sit Parsons for the Bears and Lions game. I saw something that might come up later. I don't know what that means. We also have Stu saying defense was our offense. And then 2 things that I want to bring up, 2 questions that are solid ones. Well, number 1 from one numero uno. Why does it feel like they're trying to force more touches to Zeke? Thoughts on that?
because they
he's
should
right.
be.
Because I thought Zeke. They actually, I would go against that a little bit. Last week against the Commanders, they gave Pollard multiple touches, and he did nothing with them.
I see.
This week they buttered up the defense with some Zeke, and then they gave him a little smash and dash on
So
Pollard.
this play here
Oh,
was
sorry. Can you go back to that?
obviously the biggest play of the game because
They-
the whole thing before the game we were saying they can't get down by 2 scores. That's not the game they're able to play. Their defense comes out, scores a touchdown right away. They're up by 6. Well, they should have been 7, but 6, and now they're like locked into their game plan.
There's no better way to start the game than a sack fumble picked for a touchdown. Like there's nothing better than
And from
that.
there they just
Well,
kind of
listen-
coasted
wow.
in with their.
Kickoff return.
kickoff return.
Yeah.
Kickoff. Yeah.
Now
But-
Lawrence was close to helping
So that
me.
you may never get to see hopefully the Cooper Rush down by 2 touchdowns if he can.
I'm okay with
If he
that.
has exactly.
I'm okay with that. I'm in no delusional state that the Cowboys front office or coaching staff is like 45% of our
Okay, so
45% of our fan base that thinks Cooper Rush is better.
because we're hitting the post game reaction without looking at any other additional stats. Soft tissue injury for Parsons on groin was reported. Plenty of ice and yoga stretching. He'll be good.
We'll send Alex to him. Alex will take care of him. AJ, how's the mouth feeling?
Hey, I'm here to massage you in any way that you need me to.
Looking tough.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Let's see this Tony. Hey, pause it, AJ.
I'm not even playing it.
I know he's not, but that's why
No, I'm not even putting it up.
I know
right
you're
now.
not, but let's get it.
AJ, would you make that sacrifice for the Cowboys?
Yes. Yes, I answered for him. Hey, this
Bet you say that to all the boys.
So,
How about this?
Hang on, Neon.
How about this?
Neon.
How about, hang on. How about if this is my reaction and I'm gonna make this really extended?
Yes! Oh my gosh!
said it.
They're spreading the ball out more. My man Ant is fire red right now, is what Kilo said.
I'm just not stupid.
That's okay.
I feel like I'm just the only person that makes sense.
Dude upset because he is in denial, laughing my ass off, wants to call people stupid, but it's good to
Okay.
be looking stupid. It's okay to be a blind cowboy. Peace out, dog. You got stupid people on your show. He's out. So he's out anyways.
I mean, that mic drop was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even give a
He
hate to
does
that.
have stupid people on.
It's funny that we're still mad that we're 4-1. Like, let's find a reason to be upset and fight with people. Classic.
Yeah, I mean,
And this is okay. Sorry, time out.
oh, here we go.
This is the exact
Fuck,
reason.
hey, fuck with me, DJ.
This is the exact reason people hate Cowboys fans. This is the exact reason. I couldn't imagine talking to that guy in any type of argument and not thinking he was completely fucking insane. Like that dude that just said whatever he said and then just pieced out, made zero arguments, didn't rebuttal my arguments at all, just told me that I had stupid people on my show and that I was dumb and then I'm out.
And he's not wrong about that.
Oh, the three guys I got
Present
in here,
company?
completely idiots.
Okay, so Ben Kaler says, I'd become the throat goat for Micah. Take one for the team.
Throat
goat. I mean, that's a shirt. Throat goat for Micah.
Go for
and then,
that is totally.
and then, is there a better defense in the Dallas this year from David Z?
I'm
San Fran's the only argument,
Fran
right?
close.
Yep.
It's close.
And our boy Nate Dogg was in here. He's not going to disagree with
No,
us
it's
that,
close.
that San Fran could possibly
maybe
have a better team.
1A, maybe 1A, 1B. I
Yep.
don't know. They're
They've won 4 games from their fucking defense.
their defense.
Well, look at us.
No,
Are-
he's talking
Oh,
about.
yeah,
Say,
yeah,
like,
sorry.
say,
I thought
like,
you were talking
Cowboys,
about-
Cowboys
Hey,
have won
sorry.
4 games.
Ad was about to fight you.
Hey, no, sorry. I thought I thought you were
You
talking. I
stupid
thought
son
when
of a
you
bitch.
say
I'm on your team, man.
No, I know, but I thought when you were saying they, you were talking about San Fran because
No,
that
no,
was
yeah,
already
yeah, no,
assuming.
He hasn't said we yet.
I know. I
He
thought you were.
hasn't said we.
I thought you were in the we conversation. But hey, but that's okay.
I'm pretty close.
You're close.
We
gonna
need
happen.
to throw a bag to Dan Quinn.
Lieutenant Dan.
That's if Dan Quinn somehow gets out of the Cowboys office in the offseason, that's going to be the biggest loss.
Doomsday 2 is what people. Another one in the chat said. So Legion of Boom, but I don't know. Doomsday 2. Maybe he's
Cowboys
talking about-
defense.
Cowboys need to go on a playoff run to keep Dan Quinn, or else he will.
Well, I mean,
I mean, you know what though? Maybe he doesn't mind being a coordinator.
well, look, you're not.
You want to be the boss?
Do you if you're gonna get a fat fucking paycheck to have a defense like that and run it out for another 2 years? And he's like, okay, then maybe I will go. What QB? Who's he gonna pick back up? The Lion? Like,
No, my only thing with like anyone in professional sports or even professional in any type of industry, you have a little bit of ego, right? Dan Quinn went to the Atlanta Falcons. He ended up getting ran out after a Super Bowl appearance, but he got ran out. I think maybe the only way Dan Quinn leaves is maybe if his ego's a little bit bruised and he wants to take a second run at head coaching. But if it's me, and like Ad was saying, why not just stay running this defense? You've literally curated this good thing. Like
he's already getting paid like a head coach, so why
Yes.
not stay here and fucking be?
That's what I mean. The only thing might be ego.
You stay here while you have your products that you've brought onto the team.
Helped
so-
grow.
But
Like,
here-
literally helped grow.
Okay,
He's
so
got
but he-
Micah, Trevon Diggs, who have both been great in his scheme. I would love to see Dan Quinn here next
Why
year.
didn't Dan Quinn take another team like as a head coach last year? Take it from
saw.
because
He saw.
he knew what he
He
was
saw.
coming into this year, right? So you fucking win a Super Bowl with this team either this year or next year, and then take whatever you want for a head coaching job.
Yeah.
And possibly what he's gonna look at the candidates and be like, no. I've already had the Falcons at one point. I'm not gonna fucking take another team similar like that. Give me some sort of pedigree. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Right now, Dan Quinn is fucking rocking it as the defensive coordinator. Having a team like playing the way that our defense is, why would you want to be the one who's taking fire all the time?
And going to a shitty team. But here, let's get this fire highlight. The only touchdown of the game that wasn't a Cooper Rush 90-yard touchdown throw. Tony Pollard doing his fucking thing. This touchdown, man.
Better stop trying them.
Look at this. 1, 2, and then get second sense. 3. Epic. That Tony Pollard is such a good player, man.
Who's wearing a TP20 jersey right now?
AJ, you rocking it?
Better stop trying them.
My favorite thing about AJ is he bought a Tony Pollard jersey. That was just after watching like preseason games of him. He's like, I want to get a Tony Pollard jersey. I was like,
if there's one, look, I'm not good at fantasy football, but because I don't know who to put in, I always make the wrong decision. My bench probably has the most points
all the time.
All the time.
That's just called playing fantasy football.
Yeah,
we're all
exactly.
terrible.
I think we're all the same. But I always have this keen eye for a player who's gonna fucking pop out. And I saw, and I don't think it's a surprise. Tony Pollard had 2 good seasons under his belt before I fucking started watching him. But
he's fast. He's quick.
Fast. He's
elusive.
And I saw the potential of what they could do with this 2-back system,
which is the NFL, right?
Yeah.
The NFL. There's who we're gonna say maybe Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
is
there's,
like the
there's
one.
not really any bell cow.
Like, try to think of another one.
Taylor.
Yeah.
No, but Naheem Hines is right there, and even McCaffrey. breaks down.
I guess I'd say
Dalvin Cook has Madison. Like it just kind of
you need it. You need these secondary backs that are going to be able to carry the load.
Well, the teams that don't really are like they have backs.
Sorry, the one is Najee Harris from Pittsburgh. They kind of run him.
Yeah, but look they just got spanked today.
Sorry to cut you off, Alex.
No,
don't say sorry to him.
He's one of them. But
sorry, Alex.
Like McCaffrey, he's also one who you don't. They have quality backups, but they don't really play. But every team does invest in a fucking backup running back, right?
Should we do this right now? Kraken player of the game.
I mean,
Kraken player of the game.
Let's do a Kraken player of the game. The one thing that just throws me off more than some of the this is the biggest thing that throws me off. Jose Ultra Cowboy just comes in and says Cowboys win the Super Bowl this year. They are built for the long run.
What the fuck?
He just spent 3.5 hours telling us how we couldn't win this game.
I know, but I mean, hey, look, he loves them boys. Right, guys.
I'm gonna say this. Jose Ultra Cowboy.
Stu's out. It's 1 a.m. there.
Stu, we'll get you on soon. Have a good night, man. I'll say this about Jose Ultra Cowboy. He is our most polarizing commenter on the cast by far. But I appreciate it.
But he shows up.
Back.
Hey,
he should be bipolar Cowboy.
Shows up every single.
I'm glad he's
stream.
back. I'm glad he's back on us winning the Super Bowl.
Shows up every.
He's always here, and he's always got a hot take.
Okay, what do we got? Do we want to do Kraken player of the game and then we cast off, or what?
Ad's saying this because he has Thanksgiving dinner to go to.
And I have to piss too.
AJ has.
Okay, well, yeah, let's get it. I mean,
there's
we got
no
a lot
obvious Kraken player of the game.
We got a lot of people in.
Oh,
there.
okay. Well, here
you're about to run off.
No. Come on, hey.
It's just a family, dude.
Come on, bro.
Okay, let's go. Kraken player of the game.
Yeah, we got major leagues to go to.
No, we keep rolling it.
So who's starting?
Negativity during games is my rabbit foot, says Ultra.
I appreciate
I would
it.
say my Kraken player of the game is fucking Trayvon Diggs for his 3 big tackles.
He had a couple nice. Okay, he threw him down.
You know what? He got burned on a couple plays, but I don't think he played them that poorly. They were just.
Okay.
Vink's going Trayvon Diggs.
Okay, so Vink says Diggs. So chat right now as we're going through it, who's your Kraken player of the game?
Crack him if you got him, son. If you have a drink in front of you and you aren't popping it, you ain't cracking them. Are you even a Cowboys fan?
GTFO.
EJ says
the right answer is probably Tony Pollard, though.
EJ. Well, that's who I was going to pick. My pick's Tony Pollard for Kraken player of the game, primarily because that touchdown was absolutely important for the momentum after that Cup touchdown.
I don't know.
Period. That's just my thing, and we haven't given an offensive player of the game yet.
That's a fair perspective. I think
it is. It's fair.
I think momentum of the game is something to consider.
Thank
I
you.
still have to go bringing him back from week 1 and week 2. He's been a little quiet, and now he's come back with another 2 sacks
You're on
in this game. I'm going for Micah Parsons.
You and EJ are saying Micah Parsons.
Okay, this is the thing with Micah. He had 2 sacks at such pivotal points of the games. It's hard to not to give him some.
Just point up.
It's hard not to give him some props. Not to mention that there was at least 3 times I think he could have had offensive holding called on him. Micah's, whenever he's on the field, he's going to be disruptive and he's going to have a chance of getting a sack. I honestly think that's a great pick. My Crackham player of the game. Fuck. This is a tough game to call a Crackham player of the game.
Yeah.
Trevon Diggs was 6 solo tackles. Nice call, Vink. That was good. Fuck, man. I honestly, no one really stood out to me. But I have to pick someone. I'm going to go with
Micah because he came back in
I
the game.
have to also go with Micah. And not because it's not because he didn't play good and I'm like, oh, was he good enough? He had a great game. It's just it was such a good team effort that it was hard to pick someone that stood out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Micah Parsons. It's hard not to.
Then
He had
it's
2
Parsons.
sacks.
Two votes for Parsons.
That's 50% of
Yeah,
us.
That wins it.
That wins it. Ad's pissed.
No. I've been wanting to give it to an offensive player.
Yeah, but the
Yeah. I mean,
offense hasn't been good.
No,
but
I
I can't.
agree.
And I agree. I can't just buy into that. But it was a nice.
Wait a second. You don't think Cooper Rush should have had it with his 10 completions and 102 yards?
Crackham player of the game.
Cooper Rush for just
Crackham
being
player of the game.
Alex
Kellen
Johnson
Moore.
for being there.
So people are saying Armstrong. It has to be Armstrong.
Oh, and that's another good one. Dorrance Armstrong had the
Yeah.
1 sack, which caused a fumble, and then the block punt.
The
That's
block.
a good, that's
That's
a good,
actually-
good call by the chat.
That is a great call by the chat. I honestly think we should maybe change it to that.
Yeah.
It's 2 Dorrance arms.
Those were
Yeah.
those were 2 splash plays. One led to a touchdown. The other one led to 3 points.
Yeah.
I honestly think we got to go Dorrance Armstrong.
All right.
Okay. Dorrance Armstrong.
First,
Look at that
Chat
conversion.
infused. Yeah,
that's just how good of a team this team is.
that's what I mean. We all 4 of, or well, AJ had the same pick, but out of the chat plus us, and then we forgot about Dorrance Armstrong.
Yeah.
It was probably because it was early that it happened.
And you didn't. We didn't see that on the stats.
Jose Ultra Cowboys saying Micah Parsons said he believes the Cowboys have the best defense in the league right now. We're for real. We're going to keep proving it every week.
I believe it too.
I would hope that he says that.
And then more people are saying you guys forgot about Armstrong, and we just agreed.
What?
Armstrong.
Why do you guys got to keep kicking us while we're down?
Hey, I do like
It,
this.
it could be delayed. And then
Is anyone calling us stupid again?
no? But someone said, "Won't you try watching your language?"
No,
Some-
fuck
maybe.
no.
Jim
Look,
Jim Sussin
Hey,
says that.
Jim, fuck no. Definitely
wh-
won't try watching my fucking language. Not
What
a chance.
what other last thing to point out is
Sorry though that I
is-
offended you.
is Osa with his sack and also team leading 4 quarterback hits.
Osa had a
Whoa.
good game.
Yeah.
Osa Uduguazua.
Still can't say it.
That's my best go at it.
Udaguzua.
That guy is an absolute tank.
Well, listen, the big thing is right now is we're collectively saying that obviously we don't hate Cooper Rush. We hate the controversy and the debate between Dak and Cooper Rush.
There shouldn't be a debate.
There shouldn't be a debate. But if Dak's 100% healthy, the question is, and you already answered it, if Dak next week, are we starting Dak or are we
No.
starting Cooper Rush?
I think Rush still plays.
Rush
I
still
don't-
plays.
I don't think Dak will have enough practices in him to prove that he can
Mhm.
go. And then at that point,
And
play
there's
with
no
Rush.
need. There's no need to
There's
be
no
rushing
need.
him back.
Keep Rush going.
No,
Keep Rush going.
absolutely.
When I announced it, you all said it's not possible.
Yeah, so we the thing with this is the problem. And it's not even really it's actually not a problem at all. It's actually a beneficial thing for the Cowboys. We have found our backup quarterback.
Yeah.
It is hard to find like a lot of teams when when your quarterback goes down, your starting quarterback, to have your backup come in and then rally off 4 games is not an easy thing to it just doesn't happen. Like the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Nick Foles comes in and ends up winning the Super Bowl. But
Or Kellen Moore suits back up as a third string quarterback. I'm player offensive
I'm ready.
coach, Kellen Moore. Let's crack him if you got him.
crack him if you got him,
And I'm
sorry.
coming in
Yeah.
as the third string backup quarterback. Sit down, Coops.
But we've talked about this. It's hard as fans. We're fans, right? We're not.
Oh.
We're never trying to say that we're anything more than football fans, Cowboys fans. But for there to even be an argument or like us to be upset about anything about being 4-1 is such a weird, crazy thing. Like I'm actually jacked. I'm jacked up that we're 4-1.
Listen to this stat, though. So, Ultra is saying DeMarcus Lawrence finished with 30 total pressures last season. If PFF's first review versus Rams holds, he's already at 25 this season, a top 5 mark in all of the NFL pre.
Hey, we're huge D-Law.
Yeah, we're big D-Law
We're
fans
big
here.
D-Law guys.
What about this?
And then he goes on to say, Joe Biden makes me want to take a dump.
We've said this from
We're
the start.
huge dump fans.
We're huge dump fans. We've said this from day one with D-Law. Him on the field makes your team better. Sure, he might not get the statistical points with sacks, but look, he returned a fumble for a touchdown. He's getting pressures. D-Law is that guy. Like, D-Law is... I love having D-Law there. I don't care if he's not getting a sack every game. He makes an impact. He's great against the run. He's a great football player.
Oh, you're going to bring that up in a second. So, but I just want to say, going back, we're talking about defense. We all believe, or at least the Can Fan podcast does believe, that with Parsons on the field, it allows other players to get opened up. And a testament to the defense of the Cowboys is the fact that its other players are starting to shine. So we saw in the second half, Aaron Donald gets shut down a little bit. There's not a lot of other defensive playmakers that are going to stop the Cowboys, even though our offense is struggling, but it's not the impact that the Cowboys are making. You stop Micah Parsons, you allow Dorrance Armstrong, you allow D-Law to come in, and they're able to start taking it. We didn't see Dono at all this time, this game.
That is such a fucking good point, honestly.
Just say it, hey,
that
say that again.
That is honestly such a good point. Like, you shut down Aaron Donald, and yeah, he got 2 sacks. I still could consider that shutting him down because he's such a good player. But do you remember seeing anyone else on the Rams defense?
No, not at all.
Where Micah Parsons still had 2 sacks.
Yep.
And
he
then
got the 2 sacks in the second half.
And then the rest of our defense still 8.
Yep.
Like, it really puts that in perspective. You need multiple guys that can do it to win football games. And our defense, we're super lucky. And I hate to beat it, but
just beat it in front of everybody.
I just hate to say it so many times, but all the focus should be on how good this defense is.
So
not on who's our quarterback.
So before you bring up the Gallup catch, Boots on the Ground saying, "What up?" Boots on the Ground, drunk and live from SoFi parking lot. Eric,
how can we get him on?
I don't know.
Can we get him to FaceTime us or something? Probably not. Hey?
Probably not. Eric, what's the atmosphere like down at SoFi parking lot right now at AT&T West? That's what I want to know. And then so Ben Kaler saying, with Rush not scoring very many touchdowns, I think it's super important how consistent Mayer has been.
Oh, Maher's been fucking amazing.
Like, we're not even questioning our kicks this time.
Not a chance. Like, he goes out there and I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna make this.
Every fucking time.
He's been automatic.
Every fucking time Greg the Leg came up last year.
Crack him if you got him, son.
Every fucking time Greg the Leg would come in.
Not even if it was a field goal or a point after, we were like, oh my God, is he going to make this?
It was probably one of the most stressful. Is it going to go in? Is it going to go between the...
Is it Mayer Mar? He hit every...
Money Mayer.
Money Mar. He's an absolute...
Besides the one that they fucking threw back at their...
Which wasn't even his fault, right? It wasn't even his fault. Anger's looking at him like he's just in love, and it just dings off his arm.
So he's saying he can FaceTime. We don't have anything set up to FaceTime. He goes, it's lots of Cowboys fans out here. It's a bud party out here, or it's a big party out here.
They're shutting it down. The best thing about it being in LA, it's only 5:20 there, so you know our boy Serrato's going all night.
I mean, and so the biggest thing with SoFi, you park in like the secondary parking lot. It's $100. It was like $800 to park right there. So
that was preseason.
Preseason. So if you're parking at SoFi Stadium and you just win the fucking game, you're staying there till at least midnight. Like,
you got to get your worth.
Get that fucking money.
You got to get that worth.
Money. Get your money. Okay, so you've been holding this.
The vape's broken. It's not working anymore.
That's probably beneficial for us.
Serrato said he'll call in right now. Here, let me see. Okay, so while Alex brings this up, I'm going to see if I can get Serrato at least some sort of link.
Will you bring me up? I brought it up.
Tell me the non-THC one.
Oh, easy.
You're smoking just the tobacco.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, bad pass. And Alex shows why he's a rookie. Still needing to get a hand on those.
Very Cooper Rush-esque.
Yep. Pull me up, DJ.
You're up, dog.
Well, you guys are looking for this.
You've been up this whole time.
Okay. So look
Like,
at these.
at all.
Look at these dainty feet. That's what we're gonna get.
Looking tough.
I tried to get my friend Danny to pick us up, but he's got a dinner.
We'll just cab.
We'll just cab.
We'll cab. So this Michael Gallup catch was probably one of the best plays of the game that we're kind of looking over. It was 3rd and 15. And I had actually
Right at the beginning of the third quarter.
Look at his back foot.
I hate pumping my own tires. No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I was saying at halftime, if Michael Gallup is 1-on-1 and it's just a throw at him at the sideline, throw it at him. And he came up with this. And
it's documented.
It's documented,
folks.
That's 2.
Hey, man. It's going to be a lot more.
Clairvoyant.
I can't wait to eat hot wings.
Hang on, I'm putting some Zoom stuff in the
So
chat here.
Michael Gallup is now in his
Fifth year.
fifth year, but second full game this year.
And he makes a
Only
difference,
played
man.
one last year.
No, he played a bunch of games last year.
Played
Well,
a bunch of
they
games
put
last
Ramsey
year.
on him, man.
Got injured early. Late.
Michael Gallup got hurt in Tampa Bay, was gone for a bunch of games,
That's
came
what it
back
was,
for a while.
yes.
I think that somehow he's underrated, even though he's on, the Cowboys.
Well,
who people pay the most attention to.
Yeah.
It's why
But
the
he still kind of slides under the radar a bit.
I love Michael Gallup. And we kind of said this during the live stream of the football game. I don't know if we literally have a number one. I think we more have like 2 really good 2s.
we don't have a number 1 because it doesn't feel that.
Is that
way.
bad though? To have like 2 really good wide receivers that Maybelline that maybe don't succeed on their own, but together they're going to be good enough to win football games. Is that a bad thing? I don't think that's
Same
a
thing with
bad
the running
thing.
backs.
Same with the running backs, like Zeke or Pollard. I mean, I think Pollard could go on any team and still do pretty good, but I 100%.
Do you think he could be a bell cow?
No, I
Yeah.
don't think he's good enough at blocking.
Yeah.
So Vince, you make a great point. We have these. That's why it's so good. We have multiple wide receivers, multiple running backs that together they'll win you football games, and we have multiple quarterbacks that will win you football games.
Yeah, but what's the consistency?
That's all. It has to be consistent.
Defense.
Defense, yeah.
Oh my God, the defense is so good.
Yeah.
I've never
Look,
been so happy.
I
said, I haven't been this excited when a defense is on the field. Usually I'm like, oh, great, the defense is on. Now
I agree, man. During these live streams, it's almost more exciting to watch the defense and watch
It is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Micah's here, Micah's here.
It's way more, to me right now, it's more exciting to watch the defense than the offense.
If only they could offer an option where you could like switch your view so that you could see
The whole field?
Yeah, like I don't know if I want to watch the entire game that way, but I would like to like be able to switch at certain times to see. I think we're used to it from
You just got to
video
pick your
games.
moments. You got to just
I've always heard those
pick a
when
player.
there's a low scoring game and people are like, I love that game, man. It was a defensive battle.
I do
I've
love
never understood that.
I love it.
Now.
I do. I definitely do.
The trick to it is
It's exciting to watch the defense.
pre-snap, pick a player that you want to watch. Say it might be D-Law or it might be Micah, and just watch that one guy. And then you'll see him get close. And instead of just like watching the screen and the quarterback throws it out and you're like, oh, I did throw it out. You can watch a single player and be like, okay, you threw it out because this guy's literally 2 seconds away from killing him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I tossed the I tossed the Zoom link
Maddie,
in, but
you
while we're waiting, are you? Oh, what do you got going on here? You gonna throw it? We're gonna get it. Here. Oh, he's tossing the vape, Matt. So Matt's throwing like Cooper Rush.
Yeah, it was a bit of a duck.
Alex
That-
was catching like
Alex was catching like fucking CeeDee Lamb.
Let me do your taxes.
Okay, he's a tax man. So why don't we play this clip that you've been wanting to play this whole time?
I don't even think that's a clip. That's just a picture, isn't it?
Dude, we passed that, dude.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
past that.
Dude,
we're
we
so
wrote-
far
As,
past
as
that.
we speak right now, is Adam's whole family
Oh,
serving up,
no,
serving up
I've been-
turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
no, it's,
so
already,
anyone-
it's already passed.
anyone
It's
anyone,
already passed
anyone
on the
listening,
stream.
it is we're Canadian, Cowboys can fan. It is Thanksgiving here right now today, October 9th, 2022. Adam is in this room with us doing the post-game live stream instead of being at Thanksgiving Day dinner with his family. Mad props.
The biggest thing is that
You'll see them tomorrow.
The biggest thing is that we have, so EJ's coming on right now. The biggest thing is that we have our Thanksgiving in November.
Yeah.
November 24th is when Thanksgiving is.
Real
I
Thanksgiving?
didn't even register this Thanksgiving.
Do y'all want to watch a Mike Tag
Well, we have
response video?
EJ's coming in here.
We got EJ Savage. in
Okay.
His A.
That's what I heard.
Can you guys hear me?
We got you.
We got you.
EJ.
What's up?
Let's hear
Hey.
it. Let's hear your take.
Hell of a win, honestly. I think this put to rest the Rush squad. People calling for him to start over Dak, but like I was saying in the chat though, I think that it's important to get the number 1 seed, and I see what you're saying. Like, yes, it hasn't boded well for us in the past, but I think to get these guys rest, especially this pass rush, they're going to come back and they're going to be amped up for that game if we get the number 1 seed, and they're going to plus home field advantage.
Yeah, erase what I said. Obviously, having the first seed is what you vie for. All I'm going back to is, and even with the last couple times we had it, we still had the home field. It was still when the 1 and 2 had it. I don't think we're going to get the home field, but if we don't, I don't think it's going to hurt us that bad. That's all I was kind of saying. Obviously, home field advantage. People vie for it for a reason. If you can get a bye week before you actually have to get out there and play, it's going to be. I'm just playing into the last 15 years where we had it. It sucked, but that doesn't mean it's an actual disadvantage.
And just as
hey, what's up, Cowboys fan?
That's
What's
Boots
up?
on the ground.
What's up, Boots on the ground?
Is he in here too?
Yes. So,
You guys hear me?
yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
got you, Eric, and we got EJ
Hey,
on the
what's
line.
up, Matt? What's up, Adam? What's up, Alex?
What's up, dude?
Let's go, baby.
How you guys doing? Live from SoFi Stadium. Got a couple of Rams fans out here.
Don't
We
get
are
stabbed,
partying.
dude.
We're celebrating. Feels like a home game. Having the best time out here. Kids are throwing the football around. It's a great atmosphere. I wish you guys could be here. Drinking tequila. On
Yes.
beer.
Dude,
Cracking them if you got them.
it looked like
By
they
the
were-
way, congratulations on the 5,000 subscribers.
Thanks,
Hey,
bro.
thank
Kind of a
Appreciate it.
milestone.
It's a huge milestone for us. 100% it is.
Yeah, so for those, EJ, you're on the call as well, and Anth and Matt can't.
Cowboys, that's what's up.
It's just Boots on the ground is just ear to ear smiles from that win. I'm sure as you're walking out of SoFi, what were the Rams fans saying to you?
That's right. That's right. We are here. We got on the ground. We're interviewing Cowboy fans. I'm on the podcast all the way from Canada. Say what's up, guys. That's right. Here, let me interview one of my buddies over here. Ivan, we are in a Cowboys fan. 5,000 subscribers across the world watching right now. What do you want to say to all the Cowboy fans out there?
It's very easy. It's very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We multiply every time because we know the answer. We win every time.
That's right. That's right. You heard it from
Hey,
the closest drunk guy to me.
Was that Alex with you down there?
No. That was a buddy of mine. He's out here tailgating. He's actually my he's my designated driver. He needs to sober up.
I was gonna say that guy's sober.
So it
Dear
does
God.
sound like you got an Alex.
No. We're gonna be here another hour. We got tostadas de ceviche out here. We're doing it right. We're out here trying to intake some more carbs. But anyway, hey, love you guys. Love the show. I'm a big fan. You guys are the best coverage on Dallas Cowboys content. Period, bar none. And I've been doing nothing but spreading the good word. I've been spreading the gospel out here about Cowboys.
Hey, Eric, before we let you
you're
go,
the
before we
fucking
let you go, here's this one for you. Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Yeah, right. That's right. Crack him if you got him, baby. All day.
Peace out, brother.
See ya, Eric. Thanks, buddy.
That's how we do it, man.
Did we ever call
Enjoy
him the
yourselves,
goat?
guys. Have a great time.
Eric
See,
is the Eric
Eric's
is the
the
fucking
goat.
The can fan goat.
Love
Can
you
fan
guys.
goat. Eric, the can fan goat.
That's how we do it.
see Eric.
Hey, I was on the podcast right now. You were on it.
Oh man, dude, Elijah, sorry about that hijack there.
EJ Savage is just like
Nah,
EJ
nah, you
should've hopped
good.
in right in there.
But that was money.
Oh, that was great.
That was
Sorry.
Hey, that's the type of Cowboys
Amy, come
fan
say
I
hi.
am.
Come here. You want to get on a podcast? Come here.
There we
Say
go.
hi.
It's a family
Say
affair.
hi. Say hi.
It is a Canadian Thanksgiving.
She's like, crack
You're
him if
not
you
going
got
to?
'em.
Okay.
I scared.
Oh man, Eric was cracking me up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cut you guys off because I brought in the goat, boots on the ground, Eric Serrato, ear to ear. So sorry, EJ, you were saying before I cut you off there, if you remember even what you
you're
were
good.
talking about.
Yeah, I don't. But here's the thing. I don't know if you guys have another call up next or whatever. But One thing I wanted to say is credit to this coaching staff for coming in there. You know, I mean, yes, we probably had a lot of Cowboys fans there, but it's a hostile environment against a team that just lost to the 49ers and the Rams, and they should have been amped up. You know, I really did expect them to come in and win versus us. But, you know, that coaching staff, Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn, Bones Fossil on the special teams unit, dudes came with a plan, and it worked to perfection.
Like you said, you're right. You expect that team that we just played against after being embarrassed on Monday Night Football to come out with a little zazz, and they do have the firepower to be a good team. Like the Rams aren't no slugs. They're no joke. They could have easily made that a game, and it just seemed like at no point really was I stressed out.
Yeah.
Usually I'm stressed.
Well, because like of that first defensive.
The touchdown helped, but I'm usually a way bigger stress case during the game. And it just kind of felt like everything was kind of how it's been the last 4 weeks. Like the defense is there doing its thing. The offense is doing just enough. And then the special teams is also adding to it. It just didn't feel stressful at all again.
Yeah. The defense is doing their job, man. Like it's another week where they only let one touchdown and really minus that play. Like if they didn't have the room right there, they probably wouldn't have given up a single touchdown. You know, that was just a hell of a grab by Cooper Kupp. One thing I want to say about the Rams team is they're missing Van Jefferson and Odell Beckham Jr. It seems like they're getting tunnel vision for Cooper Kupp too much. Totally. And I think that Sean McVay will get it figured out playoff time. So if we do meet up with him again, it's not going to be the same game, and we can't expect that. But yeah, I'm just ecstatic that we're 4-1 and going into the Eagles week. You know.
And Eagles week for the first place in the NFC Beast. I love it. Yeah. I love it. I honestly love that word. And it's on Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football, and the fact that
I thought it was Monday. Is it Sunday?
I think it's the 16th. What's today? The 9th? Yeah. So it's Sunday Night Football in 7 days. I'm almost positive it's the 16th.
And the fact that
I might be wrong though. I've been wrong about a lot of shit.
Right now.
The fact that we'll be bringing it down to 5-1, and both teams will be set as 5-1 teams.
Sunday Night
Football next week. Yeah, it's you got the
Eagles host the Cowboys. Right?
Yeah, you got the 5-0 Eagles. God damn, I wish we were at.
Man,
I wish we were in Philly. Honestly,
I don't wish you were in Philly.
I was gonna say, Ant has a rule about not fighting at an actual.
I'll never fight.
Ant's going to Philly when Cowboys are 4-1 and
no.
Philly's 5-0. Like that's a recipe for
fucking Cowboys.
Time out. There's a difference. There's a difference between me getting into fights in Canada where nothing happens. Like you're not gonna get stabbed or shot. You're not gonna go to jail.
It's just a good conversation.
I'm not gonna go anywhere in the States and ever pick a fight.
I don't know, man. If you go to Philly, they're 5-0 and they beat you and you get chirped.
No, I think I'd be okay with it. We're going to have to go to Philly at some point.
Oh yeah.
Like as a podcast, at some point we're going to have to go to Philly.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have to get through it without getting into a fist fight.
Epic.
I'm gonna have to get through it without getting into a fist fight, which I'm more than willing to do.
I'm 1-0 seeing the Cowboys.
Unless someone
live.
spits on Alex, I can't let someone spit on Alex.
Oh yeah, no.
And listen, guys, after that Eagles game, we have a super favorable schedule too.
It's easy after
meeting the Lions, the Bears, and then the bye week. Then we play the Packers off the bye, which will bode well for us. They looked like they weren't much with the Giants today, but it is a London game. The Vikings defense looks horrible. The Giants again.
We'll be at that. We'll be at those too.
I mean, they're trash. I mean, looking ahead, it looks really favorable. The one thing is, like I'm saying, is I think we have to beat the Eagles to get that number 1 seed if we can next week. And that's why I'm saying if at 80% Dak is in there, I think that he's better than Cooper Rush at 80%.
Dude, to me,
you just gave Ant the boner.
So here's the thing: does Dak just come in and does Dak? Because they've said we need a full week of practice from Dak.
Dak needs the issue with Dak starting. He has to be able to grip a football. If he can't grip a football for a full week prior to a game, you might be hurting your team better than making it beneficial.
Yeah.
If he can hold the football from the time they practice on Tuesday till the time they go down there to play on Sunday, I 100% agree with EJ. I definitely think Dak Prescott, an 80% Dak Prescott. I think a fucking 50% Dak Prescott can throw for 10 completions and 100 yards.
Right.
Another thing though is with Dak is if he isn't gripping it the right way, and if he is at 80, let's say he does play. If he's not gripping it the right way, maybe he doesn't try to make those tight window throws that get him in trouble, and maybe he trusts his legs a little bit more, which would actually bode well and help us a lot more.
Yeah, spin it. I like that spin.
Well,
I don't hate it.
Look,
I don't hate it.
I don't agree. I think I think the Cowboys are looking to win games to get to the Super Bowl. Always.
I think most teams are.
Most teams are. But
and the best chance at that is the number 1 seed, though, because you have one less game you have to play.
Right. Exactly. But I'm saying the argument of, oh, well, we need to get Dak back as quickly as possible. And I'm sure Jerry Jones wants to do that. But the victories have just continually allowed us to relieve that pressure where you can let it would be very poetic for Dak to come back for against the Eagles and win. But if he doesn't, because he's not 100%, I'm not upset about that.
As fans, we always want the starting quarterback, but as a team, they're going to make sure he's healthy. That's what it's going to come down to.
Here's the thing: is it's a battle in my mind, like the devil on my right shoulder and the angel on my left shoulder, whatever, telling me, "Oh, start Dak, don't start Dak," because if let's just play devil's advocate. If we do start Dak and he does get injured, then we're dead in the water, you know. But if we get Dak back and he goes off, he has a bunch of games left. Let's say we win versus the Eagles. He has a bunch of games to really get that thumb in order to really make a push at the number 1 seed, which is what I'm thinking we're capable of right now with the defense. But if we do rest him this week, then I won't have any qualms about it. But I think that if we were 2-3 right now, there'd be no question Dak is starting next week.
Agreed. Truth. I agree. If the season was on the line, you're thinking Dak's going no matter what, which right now we're sitting pretty, man. And I've said this a couple times. I've said this a couple times. No worries. I've said this a couple times. Like right now with the team, we all as Cowboys fans, like compared to week 1, we all have to be happy, right? Like, we all have to be happy. We all have to be happy. We're 4-1. But I would have been happy with 2-3.
I think everybody after that first game, man. Everybody after that first game was like, let's just tank. We can get Will Anderson, the pass rusher out of Alabama. We can get Bryce Young if we want him, if we want to replace Dak, whatever. You know, everybody was thinking that way. And to be 4-1 is absolutely crazy. That's why I give so much praise to Mike McCarthy and the coaching staff because nobody thought that they could do that.
That's a good take,
man.
Of
course, the players are out there playing.
I mean, Mike McCarthy gets clowned too sometimes.
Mike McCarthy gets clowned.
I think he's really he's pulled through big time here.
He's very easy to clown. We haven't clowned him since Tampa Bay.
His name hasn't even come up, and that's a good thing.
What's Mike McCarthy's victory meal, you think?
Oh, a fucking
spaghetti like baked in like a sub,
dude.
With, like all the
there's
meats.
A reason why he shaves his beard. It's because he's getting deep in the ribs, all over his face, barbecue.
Mike McCarthy is a huge rib.
I think he says, "Look, it doesn't." He goes, "It doesn't matter what it is. Just make sure you add a side of ribs to it.
I don't care what it is, but it better be double deep fried."
Double deep fried.
Okay, EJ, we're gonna let you go here. We're gonna bounce off too. What a fucking night, man! I did not expect us to take this game 22-10. I don't think anyone did because no one won the T-shirt.
No
one won the T-shirt.
A heck of a game. I'm excited to go into Eagles Week next week with you guys and watch and just have some fun.
Okay, EJ, I'm going to call us out with you online. For EJ Savage on the line, Matthew Vink beside me wearing that great CanFan shirt. The bandwagon boys over there doing whatever glorious shit they do. They keep this shit going. And for me, your host, Anthvest. Man, we're 4-1. I don't give a fuck what the argument is. We're all happy as Cowboys fans. Let's get in there. And how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!